Hi everyone, this is Emmy. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this multi-purpose tote bag. It's very easy. It's one row repeat after you have finished the bottom. So let's get started. I'm working with 2 strands of worsted weight yarn and a 9mm crochet hook. Start with a slip knot. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch to join. And that will form a ring. Chain 2. 1, 2. And that will count as a double crochet. Work 11 more double crochet in the ring. To make a double crochet, yarn around the hook, insert into the stitch, which is the ring, pick up the yarn and pull it through, pick up the yarn, pull it through 2 loops, pick up the yarn, pull it through 2 loops. And I'm carrying the yarn end along the outside of the ring. So I'm going to go ahead and work 11 double crochet in the ring. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've worked 11 double crochet in the ring. At the end of the row, slip stitch to join in the top of the chain 2. And there's the yarn end that we worked over. Now you can pull that yarn end and close up the hole. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that will count as a double crochet and a chain 1. Turn the work. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1. Double crochet in the next stitch. Like that. Repeat all the way around. Okay, I worked all the way around. At the end of the row, chain 1, and then slip stitch to join in the second stitch of that first chain 3. Turn the work. Slip stitch into that first chain 1 space. In this chain 1 space and in every chain 1 space all the way around, I'm going to make a double crochet and a chain 1 and a double crochet. So chain 3, and that will count as a double crochet and a chain 1. Double crochet in the same chain 1 space. Go to the next chain 1 space, work double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. So you're going to repeat that all the way around. Go to the next chain 1 space, work a double crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. Like that. So a double, chain 1, and a double, all in the chain 1 space. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to repeat that all the way around. Okay, I worked all the way around. At the end of the row, I'm going to slip stitch to join in the second stitch of that chain 3. And that's how that looks. For the next row, turn the work. Now there's one of your V-stitches, and there's the next V-stitch. I'm going to make a double crochet here in the space between. So I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. And then I'm going to make a V-stitch in this chain 1 space. So that's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then I'm going to make a double crochet between these 2 V-stitches in this space. So I'm going to repeat that all the way around. I'm going to make a V-stitch in the V-stitch, and then I'm going to make a double crochet in the space between the V-stitches. So a V-stitch, and then a double crochet in the space between the V-stitches. Like that. I'm going to repeat all the way around. Okay, I worked all the way around. At the end of the row, there's my last V-stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch to join in the top of that chain 2. And that is going to be the bottom of the bag. So I'm going to chain 2 and turn. I'm going to make a V-stitch in the V-stitch, and I'm going to make a double crochet in the double crochet. So here I'll make a V-stitch, and here I'll make a double crochet. That chain 2 will take the place of the first double crochet. So there's no more increases. Now we're working the sides of the bag. So a V-stitch in the V-stitch. So double, chain 1, and a double. So a V-stitch in the V-stitch. The next stitch is a double crochet, so double crochet. V-stitch, like that. Work all the way around, working a double crochet in the double crochet and a V-stitch in the V-stitch. Okay, I worked all the way around, and this is how it looks. So we're starting to build up the sides. At the end of the row, I worked a V-stitch. There's my first chain 2, and I'm going to slip stitch to join in the second stitch of the chain 2. And I'm going to keep repeating this row over and over until the bag is the height that I would like. So chain 2, and that counts as a double crochet. Go to the next V-stitch, work a V-stitch, double, chain 1, and a double. Now you have a double crochet. Work 1 double crochet in the double crochet, and then a V-stitch in the V-stitch. And you're going to continue to repeat this row over and over. So I'm going to go off camera and do that, and then I'll come back and show you how to finish the bag. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've worked 10 rows pretty much here, so 10 rows from the beginning. And you could just continue on with the same color. But for my bag, I'm going to change to a different color here for the top. And to do that, I'm just going to pull the yarn through, and I'm going to lock it in with 1 stitch with both the yarn ends and the working yarn. Additional chain, and that will be the equivalent of a double crochet. And the next stitch is a V-stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and work a V-stitch. And then it's just a plain double crochet in the next stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue to work around and around using that same pattern of a V-stitch and a double crochet. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've worked a few more rows with this oatmeal fleck color. And I worked 5 rows of that color. And now I worked a cord, and I crocheted this cord with 5 strands of yarn, so it makes a good sturdy cord. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pass it through this top row of stitches. like that. And then I'm just going to tie this in an overhand knot. Like that. Now when you open it up, make the cord long enough so that you can totally open the top of your bag. And now when you close the bag, everything will be secure inside. And that's it. That's how easy it is to make this multi-purpose tote bag. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.